Good morning and welcome to Middle Aged Running Man. Many of you will remember that back in May when I was running the Naseby Half Marathon, I was stopped on exit by Go Beyond race organiser Simon.
See you later, I'll post it later, right?
We need you to come to Northampton, 17th of September.
Love to, mate. That'd be brilliant. Cheers.
Nice.
See you, mate. How well you got that on camera? But the guy has asked me to come to Northampton, and I just said yes. I've got no idea what he wants me to do. I mean, he could be asking me to join the Masons. Not a clue.
I wasn't to know it at the time, but Simon had seen in me a rare talent. Somebody who he wanted to promote his next venture, the Amazing Northampton Run. Really selling the town to his customers.
I just think the general facilities in Northampton are not very good at all.
There's a lot of homeless people, so begging and that. It puts people off coming into town.
Well, I think it's an absolute disaster, really.
The pressure was certainly on. Simon was a demanding mistress. What he was after was a lot more than a celebration of a long dead shoe industry and a never-ending stream of shoe-related puns. No, he was after something more biting, more insightful, because the last thing I wanted was to look a fool. So Simon, here is my very first promotional video. I hope you like it.
Northampton today is a thriving, lively town, brimming with opportunity, supported by a friendly community spirit. One of Europe's fastest growing economies, it offers culture, entertainment, sport and shopping of high quality and good value. It's a cosmopolitan town within an hour's journey of London, Birmingham, Oxford and Cambridge that puts it firmly at the heart of the country.
Let's address the elephant in the room. The run is called the Amazing Northampton Run. I think the guys at Go Beyond wanted great, but realised that some of the giants in the north would sue their arse off if they tried it. So they went with amazing. Now, I thought that they'd missed an alliterative note here and should have gone with an adjective beginning with N. You could have gone with nice, neat. I settled on noteworthy. The noteworthy Northampton Run. But he went for amazing. Can't tell some people, can you? But as we're heading now down towards the Guildhall and the Old Bank, we are really seeing some pretty beautiful sights, I've got to say. Can't wait to run through here. Hey, my nethers will be chafing, blisters on the back of my heels. I can almost do it now. Now, in case you were wondering, I know for a fact, having done a Go Beyond event before, that the toilet block will be ample and sufficient. If there's one thing the guys at Go Beyond know the value of, that is a copious amount of thunder boxes, right? 15, Leamington? Don't think so, not here. We're heading towards the Star, which is in somewhere called Market Square. Now I'm told that Market Square is the beating heart of Northampton. The excitement is palpable. Here it is, here it is, here it is. And yes, that's the start. Welcome to Market Square, undergoing a little bit of renovation at the moment. In a few months' time, this place will be teeming with runners. Simon's lovely warm brogue will be on the mic. He'll get his horn out to start the race. Irritating, but just let him get on with it. Just indulge him.
3, 2, 1, go!
And just remember, as you're running down this main street, just be careful. It'll be a greasy surface, particularly if it rains on the day, and we don't want any slippers. You're running down the hill. You're going hell for leather. You want to get a good place at the start. If you're anything like me, you just want to get away from people. And you're heading towards All Saints Church. There she is. Never ever I have felt so low. At the bottom of the hill that we're plummeting down as fast as some burglars, you should be able to see just over the top of my head the Carlsberg Brewery. If Carlsberg did half marathons, they'd do this one. But we haven't got time for a substandard chemically induced lager. Absolutely not. Right, we're past that. We are tanking it down this hill. You find me at the beautiful and tremendous Sixfields Stadium in Northampton, the home of Northampton Town Football Club, the Cobblers, and also the home of Coventry City when they had to be exiled out here for financial mismanagement in 2013. Come on, let's go and check out the facilities of this beautiful structure. Now, don't be fooled by its relatively modest exterior. This ground is a 7,000 capacity stadium, and you've only got to use your imagination. Just think, it's match day, the smell of burgers, there's at least 70 more people here. We've got a home game, we're just outside main reception. Now, this ground not only boasts 7,000 capacity all seated, but it also has conference facilities. Any wedding, not an Irish one, and probably not a first time around one, but a second time around could certainly find a home at Sixfields. Now, just be careful as you run through here, right? Don't get distracted by the scenery, because there'll be people running behind you, and we don't want any sneakers costing you a place. It's goodbye from the Cobblers, because we're heading along the route.
Within the first 3 miles, you'll run down the closed Spencer Bridge Road and over the railway, and you won't be able to miss that Northampton International Academy as it gleams in your eye line. Many of our local runners will recognise the next section as the racecourse, the home of Northampton's park run every Saturday morning. After a lap of the park, you'll pass the Central Mosque, which is well worth a visit if you want to atone for any of those Mosca sins. Sorry, that was poor. You'll enter Abingdon Park next, where you'll run around the large lake before heading out for a lovely downhill section. At this point, the race should become far less crowded, but if you're a sole runner, don't worry. The race marshals will happily guide you around the course and direct you to the nearest water station.
Better.
Or, if you've got pins and needles and your arm and your tongue has gone blue, the St John's Ambulance Brigade. Taking the footbridge over the A45 and under the main road structure, you'll find yourselves at the White Water Centre on the River Nene. From here, you'll head past the floating restaurant The Ark and over the bridge into the University of Northampton's Waterside campus. But you won't just be leaving with a substandard degree like my sister did in the early 90s. You'll be leaving the campus via Beckett's Bridge, an innovative 180-metre footbridge that snakes its way through some of the beautiful Northampton countryside.
And you find me here in the cultural centre of Northampton. Right? It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, we do have some discarded shopping trolleys and a man who was violently being sick on himself wearing a Help the Heroes hoodie. Other than that, you know you're in a place of real culture. And as we head towards the finish, you will find this quite beautiful structure. It's the Royal and Derngate Theatre, which at Christmas time is proud to present Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, starring Wendy Peters from Coronation Street. And didn't think you could actually use real dwarves anymore. Bit of a nasty taste. They call it the cultural centre. Bit behind. I am sprinting towards the finish. I'm going past the Royal and Derngate, past the Premier Inn, past the not very politically correct sign for a pantomime, and I'm coming round the corner and I think, oh yes, and there is the Northampton Museum and Art Gallery. Let's go in and have a look. Well, that was the Museum and Art Gallery. Plenty to do. I just got slightly insecure. And we're heading back up the hill towards the finish at the Guildhall. And trust me, there will be so much to do at the finish. If you want a sports massage, why wouldn't you loaf around and the professional trainer go to town on your nether regions while you recover in style? Or maybe you just want to wear your medal in the middle of the town centre as if you've just won the Second World War. The dentistry is poor as a rule, and the keen drinkers.
Looks a bit serious, man.
Just been accosted by a man who looks like Heartbeat's Claude Greengrass. But you can feel that this is a town with a beating heart and a real sense of pride. Yeah, I like it. So goodbye from me, and goodbye from the quite beautiful, and surprisingly so, Northampton, which is about a whole lot more than shoes and social deprivation. So join me in Northampton in September. I can't wait to see you.